For the first time in Toyota's history, dealerships are doing something they have never done before. They are refusing to restock certain models. I am talking about dealers who have sold Toyotas for 30 years, and now they say they are not ordering that model anymore. Toyota models are sitting on lots for an average of 90 days, while competitors typically turn inventory in 30 days. The discounts look tempting, but when the people whose livelihood depends on selling these cars will not touch them, that is not a deal. That is a warning sign you cannot afford to ignore. This is the list of 12 Toyota models that dealers are quietly giving up on. And if you are shopping for a deal, you need to know why. Number 12, the Corolla Cross. The Corolla Cross was supposed to be Toyota's answer to the subcompact SUV boom. It launched in 2022 with high hopes, affordable, efficient, and wearing the Corolla name that Americans trust. But here's the problem. It is sitting on lots for an average of 73 days. Meanwhile, the Honda HR-V moves in 28 days. Dealers point to three issues. First, pricing. At $28,000 to start, it is barely cheaper than a RAV4, which buyers see as a better value. Second, the interior feels cheap compared to competitors. And third, the hybrid model that should be the draw has allocation issues, so dealers get stuck with the less desirable gas-only version. One dealer in Michigan told us, "We have 4 Corolla Crosses that have been here since September. I am not ordering more until these move." The discount math looks good on paper, but resale value 3 years from now, that is where this becomes expensive. The Venza returned in 2021 as a hybrid-only midsize SUV. Toyota positioned it as the sophisticated alternative to the RAV4. On the surface, it makes sense. Standard hybrid powertrain, upscale interior, quiet ride. But dealers cannot move them. Average days on lot are 81 days, compared with the RAV4 hybrid at 22 days. The Venza's problem is simple math. It starts at $34,000. For that price, buyers can get a Highlander with a third row or a RAV4 Prime plug-in hybrid with better fuel economy and tax credits. Dealers are tired of explaining why someone should pay Venza money for a 2-row SUV when 3-row options exist just above it. A dealer in Texas posted in a forum, "Venza is the car nobody asked for at a price nobody wants to pay. We have stopped ordering them entirely. Toyota is offering aggressive incentives, up to $3,000 off. But that discount is baked in because the residual value is already dropping." Number 10. Toyota GR Corolla. Wait, the GR Corolla? The rally-bred hot hatch that enthusiasts were begging for? Yes, that one. Here is what happened. Toyota created artificial scarcity at launch. Dealers marked them up between $10,000 and $20,000 over the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Buyers who wanted one either paid the markup or waited. Fast forward to 2025, and allocation opened up. Suddenly, dealers who could not get them before are now getting 3, 4, or 5 at a time. But the buyers who would pay $43,000 for a hot hatch already bought a Civic Type R or a Golf R. The hype window closed. Now dealers are sitting on inventory they paid full price for, watching them age. The average time to turn is 68 days. Some dealers are offering $5,000 off, which means you can finally get one at the manufacturer's suggested retail price or below. But here is the catch. If it is sitting this long now, what does that do to resale when you want to trade it in? Enthusiast cars need demand to hold value, and the demand already moved on. 9. Toyota BZ4X. Toyota's first serious electric SUV. The BZ4X was supposed to prove Toyota could compete with Tesla, Ford, and Hyundai in the electric vehicle space. It failed. First, there was the wheel falling off recall in 2022. That is not a joke. Wheels were literally coming off. Toyota had to buy some back. Then there is the range. The Environmental Protection Agency rated range is 228 miles. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 gets 303 miles. The Chevy Blazer EV gets 293 miles for the same price. Dealers are stuck with them. Average time on the lot is 94 days. Toyota is offering lease deals that make the BZ4X cheaper than a RAV4 hybrid. Some dealers are doing leases for $299 a month just to move inventory. A California dealer said they have 7 BZ4X units. Corporate keeps sending them. They have stopped ordering them, but the cars are still coming through allocation. If you want an electric Toyota, lease it. Do not buy it. The residual value on these is collapsing faster than the battery charges. Toyota Mirai, the hydrogen fuel cell sedan that Toyota bet big on. The future of zero-emission vehicles, they said. Except there are only 59 hydrogen stations in California, and fewer than 100 in the entire United States. The Mirai is essentially a California-only car. And even there, dealers cannot move them. Average days on lot, 127 days. That is over 4 months. Toyota subsidizes the lease so heavily that you can drive a $50,000 car for $349 a month. They are literally paying you to take it. But here's the reality. Hydrogen stations are unreliable. They run out, they break down. And the refueling experience is nothing like the promise. Owners report driving 30 minutes out of their way to find a working station, only to wait in line behind other desperate Mirai drivers. Dealers outside California will not even stock them anymore, and California dealers are refusing to reorder. The technology might be the future, but the infrastructure is not here. Dealers are tired of explaining that to confused buyers. We are only halfway through the list, and the top 7 models get worse. These next models are not just slow movers. They are models where the product itself has fundamental issues that no discount can fix. 7. Toyota Crown. Toyota brought back the Crown name in 2023 as a lifted sedan. Think Subaru Outback, but as a premium sedan instead of a wagon. It is genuinely nice. Hybrid powertrain, upscale interior, interesting design. But nobody knows what it is. Dealer lots are full of Crowns sitting for 89 days on average. Why? Because when someone comes in looking at a $45,000 Toyota, they expect a 3-row SUV, not a lifted sedan with a name that has not been in the US market for decades. And for Crown money, you can get a Grand Highlander with 3 rows, more space, and better resale value. Toyota sold 23,000 Crowns in 2024. They sold 290,000 RAV4s. Dealers are cutting orders. The ones still coming in are sitting until Toyota offers enough incentive money to make them move. One dealer in Florida told us, "I explain it to customers as the car for people who do not want what everyone else has. The problem is, resale value requires what everyone else wants." 6. Toyota Sequoia. Wait, the Sequoia? Toyota's full-size SUV that they completely redesigned in 2023? Yeah, even that one. The new Sequoia is objectively better than the old one. Hybrid powertrain, modern interior, better tech. But it's sitting on lots for 71 days. Here is why. The full-size SUV market belongs to General Motors and Ford. The Tahoe, Suburban, and Expedition dominate. They have dealer networks that move volume, trade-in programs that keep buyers loyal, and resale values that hold. The Sequoia is a great SUV, but when someone is spending $70,000 to $80,000, they are going with the brand that everyone else buys because resale value matters at that price point. Toyota is offering $2,500 to $4,000 in dealer cash just to move them. Some dealers are stacking that with loyalty incentives to get total discounts near $6,000. A dealer in Texas said that they have 8 Sequoias and are not ordering more until those are gone. The Tahoe across the street moves 3 times faster. Number 5, the Toyota Grand Highlander. This one stings for Toyota. The Grand Highlander was supposed to be the answer to the Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade. It is bigger than the Highlander, it has 3 rows with actual space, and it launched with competitive pricing. It is not a bad vehicle. The 3rd row is actually usable. The hybrid gets good fuel economy. The interior is well appointed, but it is sitting for 76 days on average. The problem is simple. It costs more than a Highlander but does not offer enough extra to justify the price. It also costs the same as a Telluride, which has better resale value and stronger word of mouth. Dealers are frustrated because Toyota created a model that competes with its own Highlander, while also competing with Kia and Hyundai bestsellers. One dealer in Ohio told us that if someone is buying a 3-row Toyota, they buy the Highlander. If they want something bigger, they are already looking at Kia. The Grand Highlander is stuck in the middle. Toyota is offering $3,000 in incentives, but that is not a deal. That is Toyota admitting the pricing was wrong from the start. Number 4, Toyota Corolla. Yes, the legendary Corolla, the car that made Toyota's reputation. It's on this list. Not because it is a bad car, but because the market has moved on and Toyota has not adapted fast enough. Sedan sales are collapsing. Everyone wants SUVs and trucks. The Corolla is still a perfectly reliable car, but dealers are watching them sit for 68 days. Meanwhile, the Honda Civic is moving in 41 days. Why? Because Honda has kept the Civic fresh with multiple variants, including the sporty Sci and hybrid options that actually appeal to modern buyers. Toyota's problem is they are still treating the Corolla like it's 2005. Base model with a dated interior, underpowered engine, and tech that feels a generation behind. Dealers are cutting Corolla orders in favor of RAV4s and Camrys, because when you have limited lot space, you stock what moves. You can get a Corolla for $2,000 to $3,000 off right now. But ask yourself why. If it was a good value at the manufacturer's suggested retail price, dealers would not need to discount it to move it. 3. Toyota Camry. The Camry, America's best-selling car for 2 decades, now sitting on dealer lots for an average of 64 days. Toyota redesigned the Camry for 2025. They made it hybrid only, which should be a selling point. Modern styling, better tech, improved fuel economy. But the market has already decided. Sedans are dead. It is not that the Camry is bad, it is that buyers who would have bought a Camry 5 years ago are now buying a RAV4. Same price, same fuel economy with the hybrid, but you sit higher and get cargo space. Dealers are stuck with Camrys because Toyota keeps building them. Corporate is slow to accept that the sedan era is over. A dealer in Pennsylvania told us, "I have 19 Camrys on the lot. I asked for 6. Corporate allocated me 19 and now they are sitting." Toyota is offering $2,000 to $2,500 in rebates. The hybrid models move slightly faster, but even those are slower than they should be. If you want a sedan, the Camry is still reliable. But understand you are buying into a shrinking market, and that affects resale. Number 2. Toyota Tundra. The Tundra. Toyota's full-size truck, completely redesigned in 2022, with a twin-turbo V6 engine and a hybrid powertrain. It should be a home run, but it is sitting on lots for 83 days. Here is the brutal truth. The full-size truck market in the United States is a 3-way battle among the Ford F-150, the Chevy Silverado, and the Ram 1500. Everyone else is fighting for scraps. Toyota's problem is reliability. The new twin-turbo engine has had issues. There have been recalls for manufacturing defects, reports of engine failures, and Toyota's slow response to warranty claims. Truck buyers are loyal, and when you are spending $50,000 to $70,000, you go with the brand you trust. Right now, Tundra trust is shaken. Dealers are watching buyers walk out after test driving the Tundra and head straight to Ford or Chevy. Toyota is offering up to $4,000 in dealer cash. Some dealers are stacking that with loyalty programs to get $6,000 to $7,000 off. That is not a deal. That is Toyota trying to move inventory before the next recall hits, and these trucks become even harder to sell. Toyota Prius, the car that defined the hybrid era, the icon that made Toyota synonymous with fuel efficiency. It's now the #1 model that dealers are refusing to restock. Average days to turn, 91 days. Toyota redesigned the Prius in 2023 and made it look better, drive better, and perform better. It is genuinely the best Prius ever made. But the market does not care. Why buy a Prius when you can get a RAV4 hybrid for $2,000 more? Same fuel economy, and you get an SUV. Why buy a Prius when you can get a plug-in hybrid from Hyundai or Kia that qualifies for a $7,500 tax credit? The Prius used to be the smart choice. Now it is the compromise nobody wants. Dealers are done. Multiple dealers in our research said they have stopped ordering Prius entirely. One dealer said, if corporate sends us one through allocation, fine. But we are not asking for them. Toyota is offering $3,000 in rebates. Some dealers are adding their own discounts to reach $4,000 or $5,000 off. That sounds like a deal, but here is what it really means. The residual value is already priced in at the lower number. When you go to trade it in, you are starting from that discounted price, not the manufacturer's suggested retail price. 12 Toyota models, 12 warning signs. These are not bad cars in the traditional sense. Toyota still builds reliable vehicles, but reliability does not matter if the market does not want what you are building. Dealers are in the business of moving metal. When they refuse to restock a model, they are telling you something important. The demand is not there. You can get a great discount on any of these 12 models right now. But ask yourself why you are getting that discount. Is the $3,000 you save today worth the $5,000 you will lose in resale value in 3 years? There is a reason the Honda CR-V moves in 28 days. The Mazda CX-5 moves in 31 days. The Hyundai Tucson moves in 35 days. The market is telling you what holds value. Listen to it. If you are shopping for a car right now, do not chase the discount. Chase the residual value. Subscribe so you do not buy a depreciating asset disguised as a deal.